What's going on, everybody? Brick Builder here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Super Survival. In today's episode, we're going to be starting it off with trying to get a brand new sword. Because our current sword, although it's very overpowered, it has smite on it. And not that that's bad, but I also want to have a sharpness sword ready to go whenever I decide that that's rather what I would use. I don't even know if we're going to have enough levels to do this. It's quite likely we won't. So we're just going to have to put on the important stuff for now so we can still make use of the sword. And that's all we can put on as of now. We still have a very good sword. It just doesn't have knockback on it yet. Looting. No, it has looting. It doesn't have unbreaking. And it doesn't have sweeping edge. But we'll get there eventually. But I'm still going to swap over to this sword now. The reason why I wanted to do this is because, I don't know, like, I feel like the sharpness might be more beneficial now. But the smite sword having is quite useful as well, so it's a good thing that we have both weapons at our disposal. I just want to have all the different types here, and having a completely maxed out smite sword is great. But we also might want a completely maxed out sharp sword, so doing that now would be better than doing that later. But I'm going to quickly go peek into the nether hub and show you guys a bit of progress. The nether hub is going to be sort of a thing I work on primarily off camera just because it's a very tedious project and it's not something that requires a lot of, like, it's just a lot of repetitive building. We're really just going for something pretty basic here. It's not even going to look all that great or that special, but we're just trying to go over something here. We've got like a nice design here. We have a little bit of grass over here. This grass field is going to eventually like encompass the entire thing, but we're still just in the early planning here. But what we're going to do is we're going to start heading over to the mesa biome because we need to start collecting up some hardened clay for what I want to do in today's episode. So let me get all the way over to the mesa, place some torches in this hallway, which is a very dangerous hallway because if a gas blows this up, we just fall into complete like lava because this is like all man-made because at this level it was exposed. So yeah, that's a thing. But either way, we're gonna head on over to the mesa, and when we get there, I'll come back to you. So we're currently at the mesa mining up some hardened clay, but you guys don't currently know what we're gonna be using this for, and we're actually gonna be using it for another build that we're gonna be working on near our original area, but not right like in either of the villages. It's a new segment that we're gonna be working on, and what we're gonna be working on is our beach house. And for our beach house, we're gonna go semi-modern. So we're gonna have lots of modern-esque style here, because right now we've been building in a very rustic old style here, medieval, if you wanted to give it a like exact definition. And I think I want to try to do something else. I want to try to change with the build style and see what I can do with a more modern style. But we need a bunch of hardened clay to do this, because we're gonna need to dye this different colors. Thankfully, we should have tons of dyes back at the base we can use to really get whatever colors we want. But we're just going to be building a nice beach house. Hopefully it'll be a nice outpost home away from home. And it's just going to be cool as well because the big thing that this beach house is going to do is it's going to be a central hub, which is going to be a storage for a lot of our sand because it's in a desert biome where we're going to be able to harvest all the sand with our amazing efficiency 5 shovel. And we'll be able to store it there since sand is going to be a big resource that we're going to want to collect because we can use it for XP smelting, you know, to get XP to mending tool up our tools, or we can also use it to make sandstone slash glass slash sand, of course. It's just going to be quite a valuable resource. And since this mesa is so far away, I'm going to mine up like nearly a full inventory of hardened clay, and then I'm going to head back to the base. So I'll see you at the location of the beach house. Now meanwhile, while all of the dyes are currently smelting, we are going to be getting our nether quartz harvested because we're going to be using this nether quartz definitely in our build here because we're going for a modern style, and quartz is such a clean white that it would almost be bad if you don't use it in a modern build. But also an advantage of pillaring up like this, which I actually really like, is you get to see everything. Like if you get to look, you get to see this whole section of the world that we've worked on, because realistically everything's been so close kind of for a good reason. It's because I really wanted to develop the spawn of the world and kind of make it so when you spawn in, the world just instantly comes to life. I mean, look at this. Like, you can already see everything pretty much. And yes, it is nighttime, so it is fairly dark. And no, I don't actually have any form of lighting. So look at me. I'm so amazing. We're going to literally light that. I don't think that helped at all, but No, that's only gonna not help us actually. So we're gonna get rid of that because that's gonna burn up some of our resources. But we have got to take all of this nether quartz here, and we're gonna have to fortune it down. Hopefully get some good stuff. I am gonna throw this into my offhand. Hopefully get a little bit of the mending enchantment working on that. Get it up just a little bit more, although it's still pretty good. It's on green, so I can't complain. But let's see how many blocks of quartz we get out of this. We won't be only using quartz, because the thing with modern builds is if you overuse quartz, it'll ruin the entire look of the build. So you have to be careful with quartz, and you have to kind of use it in a sparing or like efficient manner, because A, it's difficult to mine, B, we can really only get so much of it, because exploring the nether to get this stuff is very risky and very dangerous, and there's not too much of it close to spawn. And then also, there's just, you know, the whole concept of you don't want to overuse it because you will ruin the whole look if we go too over it. Now, okay, we have the zombies on the bridge. That's no big deal. But what we're going to do is we're going to head down. After this, we'll take a quick little nap in our bed, which we place at the bottom of this instead of keeping its little top. That was the original plan. But whatever, we're almost down. Okay, I see you, zombie, and we can use our sharpness 5 sword on you now that we made that, which was pretty cool. And here we go. There's my bed. Let's just take a quick little nap here and make it be morning. But let's see how much we have of stuff. Okay, first of all, zombie, you gotta leave. Alright, now let's go in here and let's craft that. And that's what we have. We actually got a decent amount more. I'm not gonna complain. That is a good quantity more if you ask me. And let's go in here, 18, that should be enough for our needs. We're gonna be making cyan right there. That's more than enough. Okay, we are good. And then what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be dyeing this stuff cyan, because cyan clay has a very nice gray texture to it, and I want to take advantage of that. Also, I guess I can keep some of those here, and then also give me some of these ink sacs. I also want to make a little bit of black, because the black is just like this nice brownish shade, and I definitely want to use some of that. And then we're going to keep just a tiny bit down here in this chest. We're slowly going to fill this up off camera, but let's head over to the area that we're going to be putting this, and we're going to do it on camera so you guys will know where it is. But it's not too far away. It's just like over this giant ocean. And also, for anybody wondering, I did craft up this and that between episodes. We now have full diamond armor. The reason why the chestplate has protection 4 and not projectile protection is because, you know, I was going to do one piece each having a different type of protection. But I realized that we're going to be getting rid of our chestplate for an elytra at some point. So ultimately, it doesn't make sense for us to really make a projectile protection one, when realistically the only other time we're going to use a chestplate is if we're ever fighting a boss or something. So it makes more sense just to save it. And we're going to be throwing our beach house right here. I've already dug it out a bit. Like, we're going to have the town over there in the horizon, which I like quite a bit. And then over here is going to be our town. We're not going to throw down our portal yet. We should have grabbed some wood, so we actually have to run over there and grab a tiny bit of wood so we have chests and stuff. But that won't be too bad. We can quickly do that. And as we do that, we can kind of discuss our plans for this. So, the beach house. As I told you, we're building it because I want to, you know, have an area where I can use it as like a central hub for getting to this giant desert, which we are going to flatten, but flatten in a way where it still looks like natural-ish. I don't want to, you know, completely destroy this terrain, because I mean, I am having a build, you know, near it. But I want to put this here because, see, we're slowly like expanding outward. Like, now we have the mesa, we're going to have our thing here, and we're slowly moving away from exclusively building at spawn. Although spawn is not going anywhere, we will be building there for quite some time throughout the series, just because I like having a nice developed spawn. I feel like that's kind of like a cool thing to do. Right when you spawn in the world, have this like beautiful spawn with all these different things happening at once. It's just, in my opinion, the way to go about doing things. So we're going to go like that, and just give me one more tree, and that should be enough right there. That is plenty of wood for now, since realistically we only need a double chest and a crafting bench at this current moment. But what we're going to be doing here is I want to make a style where we're going to have lots of glass window. Window is definitely very important. We're going to make the roof and any sort of like border elements out of the cyan, and then we're going to make the walls primarily out of quartz, but it's mostly going to be glass because there's going to be huge glass windows. And we're just going to go for clean, plain glass. We're not going to dye it a color. We're not going to stain it because Although that could work, I don't think it's going to work for our needs, so I'd rather not go for it. Now, here we are back at our location right over here. And it's nice because we're going to get all this in the distance, and from over there you'll get this in the distance, which is what I like. Alright, so let's throw this bench here, throw down the crafting bench, and also let's make a bit of a double chest. I mean, we don't have too many resources for this build. There's not really a lot of different materials that we are going to need, but it's still important that we have a chest so we don't have to keep all of it in our inventory at once. Alright, so what we're going to do is I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to go like this, like that, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do that right here as well. And as you can see, we already have this one pushed back, so it gives us a bit of character in the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do the same thing over here. 4, 5. We're going to do this as a front here. This is going to be what you see from over there, so it's important that this looks good. We're going to go like that, and then now in here, we're filling it in with quartz. And we're going to go like this and like that. We're going to fill it in with the quartz, and it'll hopefully look very good. And we are going to be swapping out something in just a second here. We're going to be needing to make some of these. Not too many though, because again, we lose quartz by making stairs because, you know, you don't get an equal conversion of blocks. But we're going to go like that, like that. Oh my god, not like that, like that. There we go. There we go. Blocks, place them properly. And like this, and like this. What is going on here? That is 5. What is this one? This one is slightly bigger than it should be. Alright, that's not good. Yeah, right, this is the one that's too big, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, there we go. Much better. There we go. Proper building right there. Good counting. I'm good at math. Alright, come on. And throw that right there. And then we're going to take our glass pane and we're going to throw that right there. That just gives a little bit of character into it. And then as for the doorway, we're going to go for something like that. We're actually not going to have a door block on this. I don't think it's necessary because we're not going to be over here enough where mobs are really going to be a problem. So we're going to go like that. And then now we're going to go over here. And we're going to make the walls of this place. And they're going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. It's going to be a 5 by 7. Well, more like a giant by 7. That's kind of more accurate for what it is. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. 1, 2. Wait, is this connected or not? I don't actually recall. Let me go check. Okay, it is not. So it's a separate thing here. Like this. Give me that block back. But yeah, you go like this. And then we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that right there should be even if I line up. Yes, okay, that is lined up. Great. Then we're going to go like this. And then go 1, 2, 3. Like that. Then there 1, 2, 3. Like that. Wait, is that lined up properly? What is going on now? That's going to go there. That's going to go there. Then this is going to go there. 1, 2, 3. That goes there. Oh, wait, that one is 4. Okay, that one I forgot. This one is slightly bigger than the other two. That is how I wanted it. Although I did not actually specify that when doing the initial building. So I screwed up there. This here gets bumped up like that. Okay, there we go. Now we've done it. And now we're going to come over here and not fall down. But we did, so that's a thing. All right. And we're going to go like so. And we're really trying to mix in this gray. Because the gray is just such, it's a neutral color. Which is what we want. Because we don't want to go for any, too bold colors here. We're going natural. So, natural's lots of whites, lots of grays. That's kind of what this modern style is kind of like. It's not very extreme in color choices, but it's more extreme in quote-unquote fanciness if you want to be accurate. There's lots of metal characteristics and stuff, but we're going to be pretty limited in what we can do because we're in Minecraft, not real life, so we can't really make metal poles and stuff like that that look good because we're not going to use iron blocks or something that just doesn't seem practical, and it seems like a massive waste of iron. So we're just not going to really focus too much on that, but we're going to do the best we can with what Minecraft has provided us, with what blocks and what tools we have. Alrighty, but this is already coming along pretty nice. We got a fairly nice size here. I'm actually really liking this quite a bit. Now make up a tiny bit more of these. We're going to need just a little bit more. Yeah, okay, like that. Go bump, bump, bump. Not there. We're going to make this be a giant glass window, and giant is kind of quote-unquote, these are kind of like average size windows, I guess you could say, but I think that having these large glass like segments like this are going to just let you see out, which is what we're going for. We want there to be lots of sight out of it because it's got a modern style, so plus we're in the desert, and it's a fairly nice looking biome if you really don't tear it up and you don't destroy it entirely, which I mean, we are going to be destroying it, but we're going to destroy it in a way where it still looks natural-ish, because of course we're going to have this build here, and I'm not planning on taking this down when we're done with this desert. So it's always going to be a build that remains, because what's the point of building something that you're only going to take down later? But either way, we're going to come on in here and do the same thing on this side. And then, yeah, this modern beach house should be coming in strong. It's definitely looking fairly nice already. The one thing that I'm still unsure about is the roof. The roof is going to probably be the hardest element on this to actually build, just because the roof is going to have a interesting time, because it's not like a staircase roof, and it's also not a traditional shape. Like, we got a very interesting shape on the roof. So I'm actually going to do some planning on what I want the roof to be, and then I'll come back to you. Alright, so I didn't do too much planning besides the fact that I know that I want to make a little outcropping on the top of this roof, so I'm going to keep it flat actually, and it's going to work because one of these sides over here is actually going to have like a build put on top of it, a very small little tower room, and it's going to just look very cool because it's just going to make it so that way it's a tad bit easier to get this design in play. 1 2 3 4 5 6. All right, we gotta do the same thing over here, replicate that, and I think that looks very good like that. And then we're gonna go 1 2 3. We're gonna do that on all around here, and we're just gonna have this little outcropping build thrown here just because it'll create a little bit of a variety in the roof and also give a little bit of like modification. It'll look a little bit different on the different sides, which I think is great. Okay, now we are going to need to plop out some of these because we need to actually have quartz blocks for up there. So these are going to have to become that. We're actually almost out of quartz, so only the bottom is actually going to get it on this build, but on this area. But you won't ever be close enough to this to actually really notice, because primarily you're going to be in the bottom section, since there's actually not going to be even a way to access up here unless we decide to add a staircase at some point, which I guess we can if we really wanted to, but I don't think there's a necessary reason for it other than just look out. But at the same time, there's not much to be looking out on up here, so I don't know. But let me go down and grab a bit more glass because we are running low on the glass. We definitely have a ton in our chest though, because we've been smelting up glass like crazy, so we should be good there. Do I have any more of this? I don't. So we're also going to have to be sparing on the actual clay because we don't have a lot at all. So that's a problem. We actually might run out of clay on this, which is a definitely bad thing, unless we just go for a flat, like a very flat roof on here, which could also work because we previously had a flat roof on this area, if you know what I'm saying. So here we go. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with the very limited amount we have here. I don't even think we're gonna have enough to go all the way around once, so we're gonna have to actually head back and craft up like another stack of this stuff. It's gonna be a necessary evil because of course we need this. We can't really go for any other building block for it because the rest of the roof is the cyan, and we want to keep the cyan vibe going. So we have to head back and craft up a bunch, but that's alright. Just give me this here. We should be able to head back very quickly because, I mean, come on. Frost Walker for the win right here. We literally got our ice. We're Iceman. It works very well, as you can see. We just literally sprint across this water like it's nobody else's business. Okay, good. I don't know what I was doing there, but whatever. Come on. Well, let's go. We're almost back at our storage shack. We need to make a stack of cyan terracotta, and we definitely have cyan because we made like a lot more than we need for this one build because we're only putting a singular beach house. It's not going to be like a beach house village or anything of that sort. It's just a singular beach house in the world. So we should definitely have no problems with that. Now, give me... Okay, we only have 4, actually, so I guess we are pretty low on it, but 32 should be quite enough for my needs. And plus, if we really needed to, I could always smelt some more cactus. We still have a ton in the chest, but this is actually looking very nice already from a distance. You can tell it's really got a modern vibe to it, and I'm really liking it quite a bit. It's very different, it's very unique, and it's nothing like we've put in the world so far. And I like it just kind of as you're coming up to it, it looks very good. And it's just got a good vibe overlooking the coastal desert or beach over here. Got a good, interesting style to it. I really like it. It's nothing like we put in the world before. So it just creates like this new element that not everything in the world is from like an old time. You know, there's still modern builds in here. And I just really wanted to try a modern build in this world. So I think I'm kind of glad we did that. And yes, I have been calling this stuff hardened clay. It could technically be referred to as terracotta, but I'm an old school Minecrafter, so that's not what it is to me. Alright, and then actually this, I didn't mention before, but I actually did want to do this before, so we didn't need as much glass as much of the hardened clay as I thought, because we are actually going to just throw a skylight up here, and we're also going to throw one in there, because I want to have some natural lighting, so we're going to go like this. And just throw that up there, and that'll look very good because you won't even notice it from the bottom, but it just creates a nice natural light in there, so I don't actually have to worry about lighting up in there because that's just going to be a little annoyance just to have a torch in there. So I'm glad I don't have to do that. And now with this wood we're going to make a few chests. That should be good, and we're going to get these thrown in the inside here, and once we decide what we're doing with the floor, which I think we might go with this stuff, the black terracotta, depending on how much we actually have, like whether or not that's enough to fill this all in. I hope it is, but I don't know if it will be because we don't have a lot at all. We're very limited in our resources, as you can tell. We're not like super resource savvy yet with every material. Like we're getting there, but we're not at the point where we have unlimited. We're basically, you know, still struggling a bit. Okay, we should have enough yet, because we did not get over 2 stacks of sand. So we're going to throw in this black terracotta or hardened clay here, which gives it a good vibe. I like it. It's going to kind of blend well with the white. It's going to give a nice contrast. This block is a bit more brown, though, which is okay, because we don't really have any pure black blocks like concrete yet or something like that. And I'm okay with a little bit of brown. It gives like a little pop of color, and it just works. It's got a good, interesting feel to it that's going to create this nice dark flooring, which is something we're actually after big time. We're just going to throw like chests like that and go like that. So that's going to be where we actually end up storing all of our stuff, and torches will fit perfectly on these windows, so that's where we're going to go for torches. And then we can throw there. It just looks very natural, but that's actually gonna be the entire thing. And I am going to, I don't know if this will look good or not, so we might not end up doing it, but what would it look like if there was a little bit of trekked sand? I think that works. Like the sand trekked off the bottom of my soles on my feet, or maybe my boots or whatever. You know, that could work. I think it'll be very nice, and honestly, it could work. So we're gonna go for something like that. Well, actually, maybe an idea for this that could be kind of unique. I wonder if this will work or not. What if we went like, first I need that back there, then that can go there. What about this? Can I walk through that? I think I can. Yeah, but I don't know if mobs are smart enough to. So that's kind of like a cool little door. That should work very well for our wants and needs there. We're going to throw that there, and actually throw the other one right there, and then do a chest there and another chest there, and then we have an extra chest, which I'm not going to use. Let's make a few more slabs. Alright, and then we can throw like a nice little table over there. Just give it a little bit of character. But as you can see, that's going to about do it for today's episode. We built this very, very nice beach house, which we're going to look at from a distance here. As you can see, let's come around here, loop around a bit, and just got a very nice vibe to it. As you can see, it's very nice, very beautiful, and it's very interesting. It's very unique. It's nothing like we've put in the world before, which is what makes it so special, makes it great. But if you guys did enjoy this episode and my little modern build here, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. It's very much appreciated. But I'll see you guys in another episode of Minecraft Super Survival. Bye!